Hey everybody, what's up? Ray here again, and yeah, I haven't really been uploading in like 3 months or so. Sorry about that. This has, for one, been because of real life things getting in the way, one of them being getting COVID, which is a really bad idea. I really cannot recommend that, don't do it. The other thing is that I just needed some time off from making videos and some time to rethink the channel concept, because the way I was running the channel until now isn't really working for me in the long run. That is why I'm making this video, which is a bit of a channel update / announcement video for the things to come. So let's take a look at that. First of all, the channel has reached 250 subscribers, actually quite a while ago already, but then again I haven't been uploading in 3 months. But anyway, thank you to everyone who subscribed. That is of course very much appreciated, and I'm very thankful to everyone who, well, at least likes me enough to subscribe to my channel, I guess. And I really hope I'm not gonna lose any of you with the next announcement. That brings me right to the big announcement of this video. And to get straight to the point, I will no longer be making any time-lapse videos. I know this will probably make some of you quite sad, but ultimately I do think it is a massive improvement for the channel in the long run. I want to quickly go over the reasons why I'm making this change, and then I want to go over what types of videos I will be making in the future instead. The first reason is that making these time-lapse videos is bad for me, because while the end result, the actual time-lapse videos, is actually pretty great, the process of creating them is a chore. For one, because I always have to think about what I build and in what order I build the different parts of the buildings, because I always have to keep in mind that I will ultimately need to build the camera path around the thing that I build. So I always have to build in like a very strict, specific order, which is not exactly fun. And the other reason is that it meant that I had to build building by building without any freedom to just build several buildings partways and then finish them or anything like that. That was just not a thing that was possible with these time-lapse videos, which really made the whole thing not all that fun. And considering that this is just a hobby project, like a hobby side project next to my full-time job, this really ought to be fun, because otherwise I'd just burn out, which is exactly what happened. And exactly the reason why I stopped making videos at all for 3 months. The second reason is that it wasn't good for the project. Because I was building by building, this effectively caused me to focus on those buildings individually, but not on the project as a whole or on the city as a whole, which meant that at the end of the day it was really just a bunch of buildings that happened to stand next to each other and not a really like coherent, integrated city. So at the end of the day the buildings looked nice, but the streets themselves were very bland. They were just like the spaces in between the buildings and not places that you would check out in and of themselves. They weren't lively, they weren't interesting, nothing like that. Which is entirely due to me focusing on each individual building and not on the project as a whole. So at the end of the day, while the buildings look nice, the project as a whole was mediocre at best, and that's not great. The third reason is that I think that this change will benefit the channel. I do want the channel to grow, of course, because I want to share my project with as many people as possible. But these time-lapse videos don't really seem to manifest this kind of growth that I'd like to see as much. The channel has seen some decent growth recently, but most of that growth did not come from those time-lapse videos. Most of the growth came from things like my tutorial videos. Basically videos where I talk about stuff. And I think that's mainly due to these time-lapse videos being very impersonal. Like, they might look nice, sure, and people who watch it might appreciate like the looks of what I build or whatever, but it's more like a distant appreciation and not really feeling connected or immersed in the project. And that's a bit sad, because I want people to feel immersed in the project. And I think other video formats will do a much better job at just that. So what types of videos am I going to make in the future? Well, the time-lapse videos will be replaced by a new main series, which will be a series of just project update videos where I'm showing off what I have built. The first episode of that will already come out next week, and in general these episodes will come out every 3 to 4 weeks probably. And I will fill the weeks in between with additional videos. For one, I want to make more like tutorial-like videos where I'm basically just showing off a specific thing that I did and explaining what my thought process is. It's not really a tutorial in the classic sense, but it has a sort of tutorial value in a sense, you know? As one example, you can see that I have raised this building up by a block, and that's actually the first of these tutorial-like videos that are going to come out after the first project update video. I also want to make an additional series focused on, well, basically my research for the project, so something that's not directly connected to Minecraft necessarily, but still connected to the project, so something like you know, general videos about medieval life, medieval city building, things like that. These are all things that of course inform me in building this project, but aren't directly Minecraft videos in that sense. And finally, I might actually create time-lapse videos after all, however, not in the framework of the Merath series, but instead reviving the Small World series. I originally stopped the Small World series because I didn't have inspiration to create a unique building every single week. But just adding this as a filler, you know, every couple of weeks or so, whenever I do have inspiration to build a random thing, I can very much see that work. And that's what I want to try, so we'll see how that goes, but that's definitely something I have in my mind. Oh, and one thing I almost forgot, I am going to make more classic tutorial videos as well. They will come out pretty sporadically, but I do want to make them again. Also, one more small change. You might have noticed that this video did not come out on a Saturday, but on a Sunday. This is my new upload day because that fits better into my life. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope I'm not losing any of you with the changes I'm planning to make. I seriously think that it is going to be amazing. And I'm seriously happy for it, so I hope you are too. You can of course leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below if you have any opinions, I guess. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already to actually see all of the new content. And apart from that, see you next time. Goodbye.